As we've been reporting, the finance minister has tabled the 2012 federal budget. It was no surprise that the public service took a big hit. We now know that 19,200 jobs will be cut. Joining me now to talk about the budget is Larry Rousseau. He's the vice president for the PSAC here in Ottawa, the union representing public servants. Larry Rousseau, welcome.
Thank you very much, Adrian.
Larry, what's your reaction to the budget?
Well, you know, the budget has been presented over the past few days by Mr. Flaherty as being a budget for growth and prosperity. What we're seeing here very clearly is that this is an austerity budget. Most Canadians across Canada are going to have less money in their pockets instead of more. That's unfortunate, and a lot of our members as well. And so we're seeing cuts across the board to public services that Canadians depend on.
So again, 19,000 jobs are going to be cut. 7,000 of the jobs, I think, are going to disappear due to attrition. How is this going to play out here in Ottawa?
Well, I'm skeptical about the 7,000 figure. There was an article in the papers this morning that really referred to that. I don't think that the government can count on planned attrition. They're going to have to review those. And I think that when they review those and that we look at the reality, it's actually going to be a much lower figure that's going to go due to attrition, which means that more people are going to be affected.
But surely, Larry, you and your colleagues at the PSAC must be relieved, because there were rumors before this budget was tabled that as many as 60,000 public service jobs could be lost. Are you pleased with this budget?
Absolutely. Do I look pleased? I'm going to tell you right now that it's not just because the government has said that it's 19,200. We have several weeks coming where we're going to be going through this document. We're going to look at the subparagraphs, the fine print, etc., because I'm sure there's a lot in this budget that's hidden and we haven't gotten to see yet. We have to go through the whole thing, and there's budget implementation as well. I think that it's going to be much worse than what Mr. Flaherty's trying to put a nice face on it, but it's worse than that.
What should the government have done?
The government should have been much more transparent from the beginning. They should have approached not only the unions, but they should have approached the departments with a centralized planning effect where we would have had a plan that would have been discussed, that would have left us, our members, all public servants, with a clear idea of where they're going. It has been lack of transparency, confidentiality, secrecy. Nobody knows. We still don't know. And the Planning and Priorities report that is supposed to be tabled in the House in May, we've just learned that the numbers will not be contained. The specific numbers per department will still not be contained in that report. That is just unacceptable.
So you're not necessarily against the streamlining that the government's proposing to do. You're saying that they didn't communicate it properly to you?
First of all, they didn't communicate it properly, but let's talk about streamlining just for a sec. Streamlining is not about cutting services. It is about finding how to deliver services more effectively to Canadians. We would have been very open to that kind of a discussion, but these are ideological cuts where the government is going out to slash, cut, and burn so that the public service cannot deliver quality public services to Canadians.
Larry Rousseau, it's good of you to join us this afternoon. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
That's Larry Rousseau from the PSAC.